Hi, this is Christina Divina Manuel. For today's video, I will be sharing with you my answers for the 5 questions. First, compare and contrast the qualitative research and the quantitative research. When we're talking about qualitative research, of course, it's a type of study that uses subjective analysis and is concerned with non-statistical data, meaning the respondents of this particular study can show or can express their feelings, experiences, and qualities. And this type of study can also describe particular event or phenomena. Now, the qualitative research usually has a smaller sample size compared to the other type of study, and it usually um, the type of questioning in qualitative study is usually in non-structured form or not non-structured, or it could be a free form. Now let's go to the quantitative type of study. Quantitative research is a type of research that uses objective analysis in order to um, I it is a type of study that uses objective analysis and is concerned with with statistical data, tools, and information. It demands larger sample size. It uses data in order to data will be analyzed, of course, and the type of questioning is usually very structured with it has a structured responses. Of course, it will provide categories. Now, let's go to the second question. Why is there a need to highlight the prevailing issues from global, national to local, especially in writing the introduction part of the research paper? Of course, there's a need to highlight those issues in order to show to the audience, to the readers, to the panels, the severity of the problem that is covered with the study. Second, it will also show the gap that the researcher wanted to address because of his or her study. Now let's go to number 3 question. Why? Just let me look the question. Or explain how statement of the problem is formulated, particularly in quantitative correlation design, and highlight the concepts of the variables and indicators in my answers. Of course, the statement of the problem is very important in order for us to understand what the problem is all about. When we talk about SOP number 1, it talks about, of course, the independent variable. When we talk about SOP 2, this is about the dependent variable. SOP 3 is about the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable, while the SOP 4, it talks about which of the independent variable indicator affects the dependent variable. So that is my answer for question number 3. While question number 4, what is the purpose of the RRL and how will it help the researcher in analyzing and discussing the results of the study later on? Of course, the RRL, or the review related literature, is very important, or is an important part of the study, and it usually in Holy Cross, in our discussion, you usually requires us for 20 or more RRLs in our research paper. The purpose of the RRL is, of course, to back up and to support the study of the researcher, because it is very important that this type of it will show how much of the research or the topic or the research that you have that is studied by other researchers. And of course, it will help the you will also, as a researcher, you will also understand what are the things that you need to study, because it might be that to study so that it will not have a duplication in the study of other researchers. So that's the reason of the RRL. Number 5, discuss the parts of chapter 2 and explain briefly how each part must be written. Of course, there are many parts of chapter 2. That is the method. The first part is, of course, the research design. You have to indicate there what is the research design that the researcher will be using. Second, research local, of course, the place of the study. Number 3 is the research respondent, which means these are the people who will be respondents, and the category, what type of respondents are they. Number 4, it's the research instrument that the researcher will be using. Number 5, of course, the ethical consideration in order to protect the researcher and the respondents, and preserve its anonymity. 6, data gathering procedure. How will the data be gathered? Is it an online form, or is it face to face, or is it limited, or how will it be gathered? um, Lastly is, of course, the data analysis. How will it be analyzed using a statistical tool like person or regression, or um, different types of statistical methods. So that would be all. Thank you.